Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2020 Fall Split. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, and we're gonna step into the action with day number 2 that's just about to start, where we will see the teams from Group C and Group D go head to head in the next 4 games to see who is gonna get the most points, because the group stages are just starting. Well, before we get the day started, allow me to introduce my analyst for the day, and ladies and gentlemen, he is back, the man, the myth, the legend, the mad scientist himself, Ocean Sharma.
Thank you very much, and yes, it is an honor being back on the desk right now. And trust me, alongside this man, we know it. It's gonna be amazing. Last time when we were doing it, it was like this, but now it's perfect.
We have figured it out. We are on the same page now. And talking about being on the same page.
After 500 games.
Yes, after 500 plus games together, finally able to do a fist bump properly. But let's get back to where we are right now. Yesterday we did see the teams from Group A and B go in an amazing collision, and today it's going to be time for teams from Group C and D, and we have some interesting names coming back onto the battlefield, the most intense of which is definitely going to be one of the biggest names that Pakistan has to offer. It is Team Bablu.
Exactly, Team Bablu. I mean, we have seen what they have done in their days of previous PMCO, and starting from that thing right now, if we have to go with it, now everything is at a higher stake.
Yeah, the stakes are definitely high because we have 32 teams right now, and they are going to move forward from here from the group stages that we are at to the semi-finals, the finals. But what are they doing this for? It's going to be for the prize pool and the prize money. Also comes this time the slots for PMPL South Asia.
Yeah, there are more slots right now if we are talking about it, because last time it was one slot that for PMWL, but now it's PMPL, as we are talking 3 slots. 2600 for the first position, 1600 for the second, and 1100 for the third out there. And those 3 places are going to be the places that are going to be qualified for PMPL Season 2. So that's something that's on stake.
And how do you do that? You do that by getting the points through our point system, which right now has become a tournament standard, basically. First position gets you 20, second gets you 14 points, third position gets you 10 points, fourth position you get 8, 5 you get 7 points, and the points keep on dropping.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Till the 10th position, 11 to 16 gets 1 point each, and obviously 1 kill gets 1 point. But we talked about just one team. I want to know more about it.
Yeah, we want to talk about all the teams, so we're going to have a look at the groups and the squad rosters as well right now and see which teams are in which group. Yesterday, we had Group A and B once again. So Group A has Team Xetreme, TUF, No Rules, Golden Stars as the first 4 teams. The next set of 4 brings along 4-7 Esports, HotShotSs, IDL, and 247 Gaming. That's it. That's Group A.
I mean, this group actually was looking really deadly, if I have to say. Since I was watching yesterday's games, and I woke up late, I know that. But then talking about Group B, we'll talk about NextGen Esports, SCYTES, and Portal Esports, one of the biggest names out there, F4 Esports as well. And players, if you know Rahman, I mean, he is an amazing, incredible player, if I had to talk about it. But then, other than that, HellRaisers, Team ECSTASYYY, North Esports, and Team HellFire. So 2 HellFires were raging yesterday, right?
Yeah, 2 HellFires were definitely raging indeed. And they're in the same group as well. But moving on, the teams that we are going to see today, it's going to be FALCON, IGen Gaming, Team Oxy, and HellRaisers. Another big name, especially Snaker. We're going to get to see him in action. Also in Group C, we have Team HFD, TeamOP, Team Bablu, and Exterminator.
We're talking about Team Bablu, but the roster change out there. I mean, some players are new in that one. So we'll have to see how they gel up together. But then talking about Group D, that they're going to be against, it's riskOP, Team H2E, ZARAR Esports, and Fool Esports out there. So the names are good. I mean, we have seen H2E as well. I've seen a few games of H2E Esports, but then the other 4 teams that are remaining, Team PK Virus, Solo Esports, REX Esports, and R3D Esports. We have seen R3D as well. I mean, Anubis, that guy has been amazing.
Yeah, Anubis and Walker, we remember the sort of performance these guys brought from the team in the last PMCO Spring Split 2020. But this is a new start. This is going to be a new journey. So all those returning names, along with the new teams that are participating in here, will have the same opportunity to qualify for PMPL Season 2 this time.
I mean, that's one thing that I'm looking for. And talking about how they're going to qualify, they'll have to play a bit matches in some of the maps and everything. And we know the standard drill of the maps. I mean, we have 4 maps, so those 4 matches are going to be out there. And we're talking about it. Look at this. 12:30, it's going to be, D versus C, Erangel. Then 13:15, it's going to be Sanhok. Then Miramar at 2 o'clock. And then 2:45, it's going to be Vikendi. So all 4 maps. That means no one knows where anyone is dropping, because some of these teams are new. They might contest your drops. They might just go for the early contestations, early fights. But once you know about their strategies, the maps change.
Yeah, the maps definitely change, and you only get to play these teams a few times. So it is going to be a round-robin format played by these teams in the groups, and each team will play 12 games in total. A and B, they have already played 4, so they have 8 remaining. Now it's going to be turn for Group C and D teams to get their 4 games in, after which 8 games will be left. And the intensity with every single match that goes by, it just keeps getting higher.
The stakes keeps getting higher, the matches keeps getting higher, and the intensity with that also keeps getting higher. Because right now, see, Pakistan's happening alongside India, and South Asia is also happening. 5 slots from India, 4 slots from South Asia, and then 3 from Pakistan. Like, all these slots are there already that are going to be contesting for PMPL. So now we'll say, yeah, it's easy, but it's getting much more tougher time by time. Like, you have slots for PMPL, more slots, but more competition as well.
And I can't wait to reach the finals as well, because in the finals we are going to have the team
it's watching me.
Yeah, the camera is watching you. But as I was saying, I can't wait to reach the finals, because Freestyle is going to be waiting for the teams from the semi-finals. They already have a slot in the regional finals, and that was a team who put up some incredible performances in the World League.
Yeah, exactly. It was amazing. I mean, Freestyle, if we have to talk about it, the players were amazing. I mean, 1v4s against BTR. I mean, imagine those things. How much patience it takes, and then how much your gun mechanics. It was all on point. And it's not just one team. We have seen other teams as well, like Bablu as well, like one of the known names. HellRaisers, as we were talking about, Snake and all those players. And then R3D Esports. We have seen them. We have casted them together. So we know, like, if there are slots, if there are much more slots, then all the teams have their stakes high to go for that thing.
Exactly, the stakes are high and the matches are about to begin just in a little while. And as we move on to the first map of Erangel, let's see what these teams are going to bring along with the action. And as I say, let's just have a look at the trajectory on Erangel, which starts all the way from Stalber and goes towards the Query area.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, me and my co-pilot are going to be taking you to an interesting journey as we see from Salver to Query is where the plane path is. Ruins, Rozok, School, Pochinki, Gatka, all the major areas are going to be out there. Let's see where the fights actually happen, and let's see how it just comes up, because I already see players just jumping off because they want every part of that action and they want it right now.
Yeah, the action has to start. Sometimes it's better sooner than later, because we know that the action is going to start pretty late in the map of Miramar and Vikendi. Those ones are pretty slow, but this time around we're going to have to see where or how in fact the strategies change. And am I seeing this right? Team Bablu coming in with the 3-man roster. It's just Pikachu, Tyrant and Team Wolf.
Can we just say that these 3 players might be enough for everyone in the lobby? I mean, this might happen, this might not happen. We'll have to see like how the calculations just come up and how they are going to be calculating each and everything with their performances in the past. But right now, there's just one thing that we're going to see, where the zone will be formed. Because with the formation of zone, it's just where the players are going to be moving on. Not for the first circle, but for the final circles as well. Because if you read the zone correctly, you're going to be going there at the right time. So for now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the zone will be right in front of you in a while. And this is, alright, this is a centric zone behind the school area and to the downside of Yasnaya Pulyana. That's where the final circle will be. If you guys are out there, just go there already. Team OP, they are already rooting in the Yasnaya area. So I would say yes, they have a decent area inside the circle, but there's one more team that's just behind them for the match.
Yeah, there is one team indeed, and we're gonna have to see how these teams are gonna collide. It is Team OP and the Exterminators, apparently, who are going to be fighting for control of the Yasnaya situation. Already fights being started by the squad of Bablu, and it is against the team that actually did contest them pretty hard in terms of aggression. It is against the HellRaisers, and there are 2 teams, in fact. Razor, he takes down one from HR, and it's the entry for the team. Snaker goes down.
Oh my god, Fools, they are doing really good. I mean, team number 16, if we talk about it, PUBG Esports, they're doing really, really good right now. But how good can they be that's just one knock that they have done, but look at the health. The health is pretty low, but switches to UMP right now because UMP seems like a legit gun, because obviously M16 in close ranges, nope, not going for the burst shots. We need that auto fire with ourselves, and there's one first hit that I see, man. You need to pick up that first hit to get your health 75 HP, and then you can have those 2 knocks as a kill if you want to go for it. Full smoke on the other side has a Scarl in his hands and is trying to spot another one from HellRaisers. Might just spot him and exactly knows where he is. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. You exactly know where your opponents are and you just go for them.
Yeah, and Arshid, he's the last man surviving for his team. Bunny is coming in his direction. He needs to be careful. If he can actually take this fight. Has a DP, and he just needs to be careful and needs to make sure that he does not choke in this moment, because the way the players of Fool are positioned right now, they might just end up giving him individual 1v1s.
All right, let's look at the players. Charlie's coming up, but Usher takes down one. That was amazing. Can he go for a 1v4? Look at this. Does not have a helmet, does not have a vest, only has 37 bullets. Might need to reload. There was some extra 7.62 out there if he wanted to pick it up, but now it's too late. One player coming from the top, one player coming from the left. Has to spot 2 players, does not spot them, and Fools have 3 kills already in their hands.
Quite unfortunate for them. Even the squad of Team Bablu was involved in this action, but Fools, they do get their 3 kills, and they are going to move on from here. These dodge pull containers, a happy squad. The loot is going to be all theirs, but they need to be careful as well, because on the other side of this river is a team that is feared by all.
I mean, if we have to talk about it, they always land at that area, but look at this. Alright, Chikna using no scopes, just the ADS, and trying to take that M16 damage, but it was just not out there.
Yeah, brave choice by a brave man, but that is not going to work out for him. Might as well just pick up the red dot that was lying on the ground. But let's see how this team is of Park Falcons is going to play around. Right now on the Milta area, they will have to move a bit north, as Ocean said earlier. This is also sort of one of those generic circles which ends up moving in the northern direction early on.
Yeah, we have seen how this, these circles go up. We've seen a lot of circles like these in the PMWL as well.
Yeah.
Like this is that school area backside and Yasna downside circle, and that's where it's going to be going in a little while. And trust me, alright, one thing, you know shelter area is empty, and Freestyle, one of the best teams out there that has represented Pakistan in the global region, they used to go there. I mean, no one's contesting that area right now. Obviously, Freestyle is also not playing out in this one, but imagine if there was some team that had actually understood how Freestyle plays, how they start from shelter area, how they just rotate. They might have been in the center of the zone as of now. Yeah,
they might have been in a really good position, because with the map feed, you can actually see that there's no one either in shelter or in the mansion area. It's completely abandoned. That means you have a lot more room to rotate, and you are not going to have to worry about fights until the later stages of the game. The closest team to the shelter area right now is sitting in prison. It is the squad of IG.
We'll see how the squads actually just showcase their gameplays right now, because IGen is going to be doing amazing. But on the other side, out here, if we just look at it, team number 18, Solo Esports, they are trying to spot the players, and they spot someone, they just take them down. But look at this thing, team number 9, that's HFD, their 1 player is down, so it's just 1 player shot. But these players, they don't want to be stopped right now. They're just looking for it, and 1 player, that Solo players actually just took them. They're enjoying their kill and loot as well in this area.
Yeah, HFD also one of those returning squads, but now we have the squad of Solo, and it looks like it's the former players from Envy, another big team that was participating during the last PMCO.
And we have also played against, not against, with the Envy players, right? Envy did shot and all those, but Envy Abstra is also out here. So yeah, that's my man out there if we have to talk about it. But the players right now, so changing the names does not mean that you change your experience. Your experience only gets tougher and tougher with time.
Yeah, experience does help you grow, but this time I think not just the name has changed, it's part of the roster as well. We do see 1 new player, King, is going to be playing with them. Might affect the synergy, might not, but this is going to be a drive-by. The teams just passing up against each other, and the player Sicko just ramming on the haystack is going to try and take out the players from squad number 9. fails to do that. That was Team HFD, if I'm not wrong. Yes.
Yeah, it was HFD and riskOP. They were trying to take that risk, but they could not. Right now, just moving from the water area is this US. But I see a little bit of smoke coming out of it. That means the vehicle has had a bit of damage in this one. But that just means one thing, that they need to, just change the vehicle or just go for a safer area. Because next time there's a spray on them. But look at this, risk players. They are behind them. That's a Tom and Jerry chase going on right now, and they just won every part of this fight. But if the team of HFD just stops there, this is going to be a bad situation. But riskOP Wolf, he wants to hunt it. He wants to be out there. The hunter is out there. But will this happen? I mean, no, because the other team is far behind, ahead. But now, will they spot him? Nope, not yet.
Yeah, there are too many ridges, and the players of HFD, they know this terrain, it looks like, because the direction in which they are going, they know that they are being chased, but they always seem to be on the other side of some ridge and just deny the players of riskOP the vision to take the shots.
Well, I still love it. But look at this. All right, they just had a turn burn, and now they are meeting their players once again. They were like, nope, we lost them. We lost them.
They got away.
They just used a cheat code, like leave me alone, and they just went away or something, and now we cannot just find them. But now riskOP, now these players are going to be just moving once again for a new start, and this team, they spawned one, but oh my god, is this going to be a takedown? But nope.
Abso is just too fast enough for the players to react, and he just manages to get away, and that is actually crucial information for his team, because now he knows where the players of HFD are holed up. He can potentially try and make a play with his teammates who are going to be coming right behind him.
Avenger just let go Thanos in that one, if you have to say, because he just let go a player right in front of him. But now they have a good dip. Like, this dip is important because it gives you, no doubt, there's an open area, but you get a good cover from 3 different sides. So you just have to concentrate on one side. But behind them is going to be our team. That's team number 5, if we have to talk about it. And let's see how they actually just come up with their games. Because Park Falcon, we have heard a lot about this team. But on the other side, H2E's players, they are ready for a fight. It's just 3-man roster, but then they don't want to be stopped there because they're right in front of them is going to be exterminators. But these players want to terminate them. They are sitting in their vehicles just to slam in that area if they want to go for it. Behind them, there's one team, but they are not faced by them. They are just moving in one direction, and I think there might be another fight that might just happen when they reach their destination, because there is one more team that we can see. 2 more teams right in front of them, but nope. Are they taking a fight? I think yes, they are.
Yeah, they just came out of nowhere, the squad of Park Falcons, and now H2E, they are trying to retaliate, trying to chase away the aggressors. And they actually managed to do that. All they did was stop and shoot, and the players of Park Falcons, they had no options but to just run away.
I mean, this was amazing. And Circle is going for the Yasnaya side, just like we were saying. And yes, Yasnaya side is going to be an important side right now for the circles to form, because, see, you don't know. This might turn out to be a heal battle if you're sitting in that area, but obviously if you know where your opponents are, then this might not be a heal battle. You might just take them down. So for that, Park Falcon order is trying to give the order to the players that Exterminator team's players are there. Switches from 3 times to 6 times right now, just changes the scope length and is trying to go for it. But there's one gun that takes an 8-time scope. That's AWM in the airdrop number 1.
Yeah, the airdrop bringing it with it, the big green cannon, and let's see who picks it up. We had a lot of DBSs coming in yesterday, by the way.
That's amazing. I would love to see some DBSs, guys. If you find an airdrop with DBS, just take him down.
Yeah, just take the airdrop down. Don't pick up the gun.
Yeah, don't pick up the gun. Just take the airdrop down. I mean, use it as a cover. I mean, airdrop with DBS can be used as a cover, and that's a much more utilization than DBS itself. Trust me on this.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. It's our personal war against the weapon. But for now, there is an actual battle on this battlefield wherein the city of Yasnaya has been abandoned by the original takers, and we do see the players of Solo holding up over there now.
Yeah, people are going to be going to the Yasnaya area, but let's see how far is this journey going to go, because right now the second circle is closing in. It's 11 minutes and 30 seconds, and spots one again. Madness this time takes some shots, and those shots, 2 of them hit at the right area. Now this is a good gun, and 8 times is in this one, so if you pick up an AWM from that one, you get an 8 times in the second airdrop.
Yeah, but the trick is going to be that the 2 airdrops are quite far apart. One all the way towards Salva, the other one on the farm area. So it's going to be a big challenge to get both of them, but if you can actually do that, that's going to be a pretty incredible loadout. I mean, an AWM with an 8x along with the Groza, that's the best you could ask for.
I mean, exactly. I mean, all right, imagine the best loadout being M249, and AWM. I mean, if you have it like 100 bullets,
Oh,
I get it. 40 bullets are good. Suppressor is good, but those 100 bullets that just go and it's amazing. I mean, I'm bad at that, but yeah, you get the point, right?
Yeah, I do get the point. And Wolf, while we were talking about points, he gets kills. Trinda on the other side. He has been spotted out by Oswa, but can the shots connect? No, he turns around in the right time and gets away.
He was like, nope, not today, not today. I don't want any part of this. But look at this. H2E GamerX takes down one from Oxy. Now Oxy is going to be in a bit of trouble because Team Oxy, we have seen their plays previously as well, but now H2E's players, they don't want to stop out in this one, and they are looking good. But look at this. Players are so close to each other, and now TeamOP is trying to take some fights if they can in this one. And team number 10, that's TeamOP Aswa, is trying to spot the players and is trying to take them down. They know the exact location. One's behind, one's on the other side, but what's going to happen? We will be seeing in a while because there are still no shots, still no kills by this team.
Yeah, still no kills to them, but they're just trying to survive for now. And the most important thing that they need to do to survive is not peek over the road on the other side, because the squad is waiting for them, and they have just been waiting for a long time. But Park Falcons, they have finally decided that they need to take control of the city. On the other side, Absol giving us action on the kill feed.
Yeah, kill feed. Staying on the left side of kill feed is important, and that's what Solo Absol is doing. Look at his West. It's totally done, but he's still out there. On the other side, R3D Anubis. We know him, an amazing player, but he wipes the dust out in this one right now. But after this, the third circle is going to be closing in, and once again, Yasnaya Poliana is the important area for the circle. And look at this. Team OP's Rajput takes on Park Falcons. Check now. That's going to be a difficult one for Park Falcon because they are not going to be stopping right now. They decided to stop in this area, but not anymore because they will be looking for the buildings. And now Park Falcon will be having a good area because from building sides, they can just spot the players in the open, and circle, as we are talking, it's going to be in the Yasnaya.
This is the farm circle that happens on the southern side of the city. So the players, that's why they are holding out in the open, I think. And it might just work out in their favor, but that is going to happen in the later stages. In the earlier stages, it's better if you are in the city with the cover and just holding on to your ground and not getting into too much aggressive fights. Otherwise, I've always talked about this. When you're trying to fight it out, when you're trying to go for the kills, it's risky because you might be on the receiving end. You might be on the right side instead of the left side of the kill feed.
Oh my god, Oxytron trying to do that damage but was not able to in this one. But Psych, on the other hand, from Solo takes on one from Park Falcons as well. Takes on another one from Park Falcons. Now Park Falcon has just one player remaining. Has to give revive as well. Has to maintain the fights as well. So it's kind of a lot of peer pressure on that one player. But in all of these situations, man, Johnny, we haven't seen Bablu again.
Yeah, we haven't seen them for a while since the starting of the game, but it makes sense, right? It's just a three-man squad, so they're going to hold out to the later stages of the game and then step into the action. Had Danny been there, we know the sort of reliance and the sort of importance Danny holds in the squad. He is supposed to be the guy who's always first in, and sometimes he doesn't even leave the fight alive, and that's how his teams would play around him. He was the aggressor. Him not being here, the pace of the team has slowed down a bit, but I really like it. It shows the team is adapting.
This is nice. Look at this. Oxy players, they were trying to go for something. I thought that it was a nade, like players were trying to come up through this building. I thought it was a nade, but it was a smoke to just flush out. So look at that, how they are playing with the minds of players there. But there is Bablu. Bablu Pikachu is coming out there as well with Bablu Teen Wolf trying to be on the left side of the kill pit, and now the smokes are popping up. Smokes for one side to get them cover from the right hand side so that they can engage in the fights on the downward area where all the other players are. But look at this, there are players that are taking fights once again. Malik goes down on the other side. Grenades are coming in for themselves. I like one player just naded themselves. That was a bad decision, man, out in this one. riskOP, now is the time to take some risk, but Rage is out there. Look at this, but Oxy goes down as riskOP are taking some amazing risks in this one.
Yeah, the risks are amazing, but can you survive this one as Razor is trying to spot the player inside the house? They're trying to hide. The nade comes in from his teammate. They are gonna get one finish on Malik, and Fool Bunny gets the Grenadier.
That's amazing just how they are doing it. I mean, look at that. That was just amazing. They exactly knew the location.
Yeah.
I mean, that's world-class gameplay that's coming out. And look at this. Once again, exactly knows the location. The world-class gameplay. Man, this guy is doing amazing.
Still doesn't get the knock though.
Oh my god, that's bad, man. That's terrible. I mean, that should not happen. If you're going with a grenade, you should go for the kills. Now going inside. Knows the location of the players. But Danny is just out there. Takes down one kill. No, almost.
Yeah, almost because Razor is just there with like 20 HP on him. That was an amazing try from Danny. Kudos to him for that. But the numbers advantage does play out in the opposing team's favor. All right, Absa, we know you have spotted out the players behind the UAVs. Just using the Mini 14, trying to keep the pressure on his opponent, not letting them move even an inch.
Man, absolutely. Yeah, this is how you pressure a player who's out there in the open, because you know his left hand side's open, his right hand side's open. There's just one thing that he has, and that's the UAS that out there, and Absol is just trying to do everything in his power to take them down. And now that's a blast, and Sykes blast takes down one player in that area. Now the open UAS will be used as a cover, but for how long? Because the team has been taken down. HFD gets eliminated by Solo.
Yeah, HFD is going to be taken out, but for now, Solo, they're sitting in a comfortable position, I have to say. Already have 3 kills confirmed, 2 players still alive, and it is Absol and Psy, the 2 players that we were talking about coming in back from the squad of Envy. And the synergy between these two, we did see that in action the last time as well, and we had an amazing run in the last PMCO Spring Split, just falling a bit short of the qualification slot. And a little throwback for our viewers, last time the finish was so close that in the very last game of the finals, within the top 6 teams, whoever got the chicken dinner was supposed to qualify.
Exactly, that was amazing. Right now it's like top 3 teams are going to be going out there, but still the competition then becomes with the prize pool. I mean, just think about it, 3 to 16 they have same number of prize pool, right? The same amount for prize pool, but the qualification is for the 3rd position. That's an important thing right now. So top 3, you have to be out there. But look at this, Yasnaya Polyana's backside, the god building of Yasnaya Polyana, the major building of Yasnaya Polyana is in the center of the zone. That means the team that's out there, that's Risk, they are at a safer spot. But look at this, what are we watching? This is Bablu for you. 2 kills in their names, 3 players surviving. Bablu Tyrant is out there, but they are going to be moving, and the circle goes on the downward side out in the open area.
Yeah, the circle is on the southern side. That's what we said, the southern side of Yasnaya Polyana. And now even... Okay, now the teams who have been holding out on those farms areas, be it TeamOP, H2E, IGen, these teams are going to get an advantage from just staying out in the open. But Bablu team, Wolfie takes damage. Pikachu has been taken down from the behind, and Tyrant is going to come in as a backup for his teammate. They have Team H2E right next to them. It's going to be really tough to survive, as Team Wolf is also going to be taken down, and Team Bablu, it looks like they are going to be in a lot of trouble. Tyrant is going to be finished off by Fool Charlie, and there goes Team Bablu.
Bablu gets eliminated out in this one. That's a shocker as well. But look at this! Oh my god! riskOP dies, just rolls up a dice, gets a 6 and takes a kill out in this one. But that knock, will it be revived by Solo's players? Like Absa is just sitting out there, but that's going to be amazing because he goes down. I mean, PK Zardari takes down 1 player, and that was just something amazing that just happened. But on the other side, Professor also goes down from ZARAR Esports. Fool Razor goes down from ZARAR as well. Fools just not looking good for them right now. I mean, they had good games, but now from the other side, Wolf has taken down 1, and Team H2E gets eliminated by Fool Bunny.
Yeah, one after the other, all the big names are falling out of the action, but who is going to get the chicken dinner in this one? That is, I think we'll have the answer in a bit.
They already have 10 kills. Just think about it. I mean, that's a world-class gameplay. That's a world-class gameplay.
That is a world-class gameplay, and the way they are getting it, it's just by ganging up on people. But for now, let's see if IGen 666, the man with the number of the devil, can survive. And another big name being taken out early on, it is going to be Red Esports.
Yes, now we have 9 teams, 28 players alive in this one. PKB Bhutto, PKB Rana just trying to move in forward if they can, out in this area. But look at this. All right. Order is sitting in one simple shack. Madness on the other side in one simple shack for themselves. That means they can have a bait out for the players that are going to be coming from the zone area. That's team number 7. And if we have to talk about it, PKV, all 4 players are alive, 2 kills for their name. But will they be able to move forward? I mean, they are trying consistently, but look at this, a slamming coming up. Now is the time to use your guns. Use it, use it, use it. On the right, on the left, on the right, on the left. Nope, that was a bad one, and he goes down.
Yeah, the Jukes are going to come in, and that is why the player got punished. The slamming was pretty incredible though, but now that you have traded positions with a player who was already in a bad spot, can you come out? Because the nades from the opposing side are going to come in. Order is taking a lot of damage himself.
I mean, Otto's just sitting out there. If he has a grenade, look at this. If he has a grenade, he can put the nade on Rathor's side, and I mean, he can just go down. He can just buy some time, but now is not time to actually get up. He reveals his location. That was a bad decision.
The man just ran. He's like, all right, I'm out. And with that, he just come out in the open. The nade did fall a bit long on his side, and one after the other, he's taking a lot of damage, can barely survive. Needs to heal up, needs to run away a little bit more if he wants to stay alive.
I mean, Otto, look at this. Has 1 kill, 3 kills for the team. There's a nade on the left-hand side. Not anymore right now. That nade has your name on it and takes down 1. 7 teams remaining. 23 players out in this one. IGen players, they are doing decent out in this one. Look at this. All 4 players are there. I mean, one needs a revive, but still all 4 players are surviving in this one. But where they are moving forward. Exterminators are going to be sitting out there. Can they take these kills in their hands? Because Dame is moving forward. Has an Uzi in his hands. I think the opponents know the location, and Smoke is taking the kills by kills in his name. Razor also has 1 kill for themselves. But now the movement starts because it's 20 players surviving out in this one. And Moro is moving in. Blade takes down 1. That was amazing by Exterminators, and they are going to be finishing it because kills actually matter.
Yeah, kills do give you extra points. And once again, talking about this team, IGen. Motu and Predator, 2 returning names from the last time, and they had incredible performances as well. But Fool Charlie is throwing nades one after the other, and he is getting knocks for himself. With those nades alone, gets the finishes as well. And there goes TeamOP. But now Dime, he actually ends up exterminating the Exterminator, saving his teammate out of a clutch situation.
Top 4 teams remaining. It's just 6 circle right now. 23 minutes into the game, and Fools, oh my god, how many kills do we have? Is that a number we can count? No, that's not. I mean, 18 kills to your name.
You can count 18.
I don't want to count from 1 to 18, right? All right. So I can just say it's 18. I don't want to count till 18. That's what I was saying. You don't get me anymore, man. That's bad. We have our differences now. All right, let's talk about the game. How what's gonna happen? 14 players, but one more goes down, man. Going with the bang by Fool Charlie out there, and back to the lobby like we saw the waiting area.
But his team is still alive in game. 666 somehow managed to survive. All right, I spoke to Sum. He's going to be taken out.
You should not speak things, man. All right, let's move forward. Let's see what happens. Because 3 teams, sorry, not 3 players. 3 players might not be surviving out in this one. 3 teams surviving. 11 players out in this one. PKV, can they win this one? Have 5 kills in their name. Butto trying to spot the areas. Helmet is totally damaged. But Fools, oh my god, they are trying to take players down. But Rathor takes down 1. But this gives time for Butto to actually confirm the kill. They might be confirming it, and yes, Rathor gets his kill in his hands, has 6 kills. But the team that, I mean, even if right now Fools come 3rd, they'll still be on the 1st position because of their kills.
Yeah, they will be on the 1st position. Doesn't matter when they get taken out. And I think the time is going to be now, because Smokey has been taken to the ground. And Butto, he has the DP in his hand. Can't spot the players from riskOP. I think he knows where they are. I mean, there is just 1 rock out there, so it makes sense. But Smoke, he is going to be finished off at any moment. Bunny is trying to protect his teammate. And Butto, he focuses on the players of Risk instead, along with Rana.
I mean, just look at this area. I mean, they know the locations, but on the other side, the opponents as well, and that was a good shot on the head. And now, the opponents are going to be doing everything that they can, because Risk, they have to take the risk of this one. But right now, look at this! Oh my god. The players are doing amazing. Fools, 1 more player just falls down. Now a revival is important, and I guess this is their 3rd or 4th knock. So right now the bleed out is going to be an intense one. 3 seconds on the clock for the zone to come. Now the zone is starting. The 7th zone slowly and steadily, and Butto, their squad has to move inside the circle. 13 meters is the distance. Let's see how they do it.
Yeah, Park Virus, they are in a completely advantageous position. Look at how close they are to the circle. Outside, like right in front of them, are both the teams that they need to finish, and they have to come in through the open farm. Razor is trying to take the shots with his M4, but the players in front of him, he can't spot them out. riskOP out in the open. Wolf hasn't taken out. Smoke falls down again, and I think that has to be it for the squad of Fools and riskOP.
I mean, this time there was no revival, no survival. You just go down, and that was an important thing. But now smokes are being out there. But look at this. Even after the smokes, the shots were actually connecting. Oh my god, that's some amazing strategy that the players are doing. But 3 teams, 9 players still surviving. Full Razor takes down PKV Butto out in this one, and will be finishing them as well, slowly and steadily. And right now, PKV, they are under a lot of pressure in this situation, because it's just 2 players surviving. Rest 2 are down, and once the smoke actually just fades away, the players' locations will also be shown out in this one. one. PK Rana is trying to go with an AKM 6 times, but Fool's Bunny tries to take down the players and is doing amazing through the smoke. I mean, man, that's some next level things that you are doing. You guys just take the trophy already.
Yeah, just take the trophy already. I mean, riskOP, can they take the fight though? Because their job has been made a little bit easier by the players. Yeah, I mean, they cut out the numbers at least.
A lot, I mean, in this one. Now,
it is an even fight. Let's just say this.
No, it's not an even fight yet. But let's see what happens. Because Fool's players, they are looking good. Let's say no, Naomi, just take down one final player if you can. That's going to be amazing. Because 2 players from riskOP. Will this risk be enough for themselves? Because Bunny is the one that's surviving, but 1 player surviving. Will that be enough? Because Wolf is trying to go with the kills, and now 2 players have been taken down. 1 versus 2. Bunny, can they spot 1? Can they spot 2 out there? Wolf and Nomi are 2 players, 2 versus 1 scenario. Risk or Fool? Risk has to take this risk, but Fool, they don't have to make a fool out of themselves in this one. What's gonna happen? Wolf, do they know the exact location? A throwable was thrown out in that area, but right now, look at this. Alright, the major thing is, actually Fool's player has the zone, but not anymore, because Risk takes this one in an amazing fashion.
That was a good bait. I mean, he just started firing and his teammate used that opportunity to pull the raid. Just to get the information, the shots were fired just to get the location of the player.
I mean, that was amazing actually. You're just taking down 1 place. I mean, what I was thinking is they had to go in the zone 37 meters. But still, they were like, nope, we'll just finish it outside the circle.
I expected PUBGWires to actually take this one. They were closer to the circle. There was an open field in front of them and they knew exactly where the players were going to come from. The way Fools took them down, that was incredible.
I mean, the way Fools took everyone down, that was incredible, if I have to say about it. But apart from that, the other teams, R3D Esports, Bablu as well, HellRaisers, the first team that got eliminated. I mean, I want to know from them, like, what happened in those areas. I mean, it was a George Pole area. Everyone just landed. You are just looting your guns, and it just ends for you.
For HellRaisers, I know what happened. They just got a bit unfortunate because as soon as they landed, like, Tyrant was just already waiting for them, already getting the first knock. But let's talk about who is the MVP for this game. Which player got the most kills, and it is going to be Razor from Fools. He has 10 kills, 1398 damage, almost 1400 alone on 1 man.
Obviously, Fool. It's going to be Fool Razors out in this one. 10 kills for themselves, 25 minutes and 36 seconds of survival time, 8.96, almost 9 kilometers of distance covered, and almost 1400 of damage done. I mean, this is good, looking at how you are actually going with your gameplays and game styles, and 10 kills in 1 game. Yesterday in PMCO India, we saw VSG Crawlers. I mean, it was Evo, but that was from Xpac. VSG Crawlers was his previous team, and he did 10 kills all alone and with 1 MK14. I mean, this is some amazing gameplays that the players are showcasing right now.
Well, did these guys have any drop guns? I don't think so. They were just reliant on those normal weapons and just taking those fights out in the open. Plus, the charge-ins were pretty incredible as well. Did fumble up here and there in the early stages, but in the later stages where it all mattered for the chicken dinner, they stood up.
They stood up, but there's one more team that actually stood up. That was riskOP out in this one. We're going to be looking at the game standings to see what actually happened in all the scenarios right now, because this was the first game for these teams. If we talk about it, look at this. They had 14 out there, but 22 kills is what takes them to 36. I mean, riskOP is still out there with good numbers. 13 kills for themselves, 33 in their name, but then 17 for PUBGWires. IGen Gaming comes up on the 4th. Solo Esports exterminated FALCON and TeamOP, but there are some big names that are not in this list right now.
Some of the biggest names. I think IGen Gaming is IGen and Solo are the returning teams that have made an incredible impact in this matchup. But other than that, most of the teams are sitting on the second half of the standings.
Yeah, we're going to be having a look at them as well. Like, what are those names? Like Team Bablu, one of the biggest names. ZARAR Esports, H2E, Team Oxy, R3D Esports, HFD, REX, and HellRaisers. I mean, all the big names are actually out in this one. And then the new bloods are out in that one. I mean, we have seen a few teams that have just stood out, amazingly. Yeah. But then there are other teams out there with no kills to their names. How are they going to be stepping up in the next ones?
Well, most of the kills were taken by Full Esports, and we've always seen when that vacuum sort of occurs, it creates a havoc for the teams in the lower half of the standings. For these teams specifically, 9 to 16, I think it's going to be a little bit more troublesome, because the matchup yesterday between teams from Group A and B, it was a little bit more even. Everyone ended up getting a decent number of points, be it the low finishing team or the teams on the highest standing. This time around, it looks totally different. In the next matchup, these teams need to put up an incredible performance to start a comeback.
Exactly. That's totally true. I mean, see, you have 4 games for a day. one game has already been taken by Risk and Fool. I mean, with the number of kills, total combined kills is just amazing. It's 35 kills for themselves as well. It's just, the lobbies with 64 and you have 35 kills for just 2 teams. So it just showcases one thing, that the upcoming games you might have to come up with a new strategy, because the map's changing, the game's changing, but the players still remain the same. And I mean, if they can kill this time, they can kill the next time as well.
Exactly. If they have confirmed a lot of kills for themselves this round, they can do it in the next map as well, because the next one is going to be even more aggressive. The next map is going to be played on Sanhok, and that is a fast-paced map. We've always seen certain names pop up here and there. Again, one of the teams who favor that aggression, and an individual player, if I have to spot out who always used to pop on Sanhok in the last PMC, was Snaker from HellRaisers.
Yeah, that's what we used to say. Like, he's a snake and he just comes up and bites people, and that's how just games actually normally go. Like, you have one person who straight actually just shows in that game, in that particular map, where it's needed, and maybe the team that is on 16th right now might just stand up to a top 3 finish or something, because that's something that's important for a good start right now.
All right, let's talk about this as well. Another interesting thing that we did see in this matchup was those old guards from the PMCO Spring Split coming back in with new players. Talking about Team Solo over here with the players from NV playing with King, and IGen as well with Predator and Motu being there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, Motu, if you have to talk about him, that guy has had a lot of experience, starting from Fine Motu.
Yeah.
Then he was FS Motu as well, has played a few games with Freestyle as well, and right now he is with the new team. So it just showcases that yes, he is taking up that experience that he has with 3 different teams and is giving it to just one team. So that experience that you are converging it on one team, that just shows that yes, that guy, that habit of learning, that never stops with the game.
Also Predator as well, the amount of incredible individualistic skill this lad brings to the table. I mean, we did see sort of those highlight reels that were being made during the last PMCO, wherein just out of nowhere the man would pull out a 1v3, 1v2 situation, and he would come out on top in a clutch.
I mean, we have obviously there are alright. We are talking about a few players, but then there are other players as well, the new players as well. If we talk about it, like, you don't know them right now, but maybe in the next PMCO when it happens, we're talking about, like, remember in PMCO Fall when you were looking at these games and this happened and this happened. So it just showcases, this is one thing about this competitive scenario. It just gives you new players every time, a new spirit of competition every time, and that just sums up in a new competitive spirit. So if anything, playing in a good area, playing in a good aura just brings out the best players that a country, a region actually has.
Definitely, and that is what this PMCO 2020 Fall Split is all about. As I said, the next match, it's going to be played on Sanhok, but that is going to happen after we come back from a short break. So you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and after the break, welcome back to the PMCO 2020 Fall Split. My name is Warren Super Johnny John, being joined by the mad scientist Ocean Sharma, and now it's going to be time for us to take you through the action on the map of Sanhok.
I mean, this is going to be an interesting one because this has a fast-paced reality to it. But in a virtual world, you need to get more kills because that's kind of important.
Yeah,
so it's a virtual reality.
I mean, it is a game after all. Fast-paced reality in a virtual world. That made much more sense. It sounded better. But I let you have it. This time, let's see. Is Full Esports, are they going to get the same amount of kills as on Erangel? Because getting kills on Erangel is kind of tricky. The map has weird situations. In certain areas, you have to face close quarter combat. Shasnaya, we did see the farm fight. That was all about you just trying to prone down. And on Sanhok, everyone is close to each other. It's just constant, non-stop fighting from the beginning to the end.
I just want to see how they spot the snakes in this one, because that's an important thing. That's something that's needed, that's something that's wanted, and that's something that should be done, because snakes bite, and when they bite you get a crate.
They bite and they shoot as well in this game. I mean, they can't literally bite you.
Yeah, two things.
Yeah, they shoot you. Talking about things, let's hope no one picks another DBS.
Because no one did in the first time.
Yes.
So let's hope no one picks another DPS. But yeah, there were some airdrops like that. They had OM and Groza as well. But in this one, if you get an M249, if you get an AUG with a suppressor, all those things, if you get it, you are good to go.
Both the airdrops were outside the circle. No one collected anything. That's the best part from the last game. But along with that, the best part was also the team getting 22 kills. Let's not forget that if they can replicate the same performance in this one, their lead in the actual overall standings, in the leaderboard, is going to be incredible.
If they get 22 kills or something in this one, I'm telling you, just get them the trophy already there, because that's a world-class domination that they're doing right now. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the match in itself, because our flight path will be right in front of you in a while. But for those things and everything, like when we'll be looking at the flight path, I want a vertical flight path if it just happens.
Oh yeah, that is going to be intense, but let's just see how the flight path is, and it looks like you were correct.
Alright, let's see from the paradise area, from the cow paradise area to the southern side is where the flight path is still Bantai. And let's see how it just comes up. And Camp Charlie, Query, all those areas are going to be an important one, because players are going to be moving in from all the directions to all the directions, because that's important. Let's see which team drops up at boot camp. And I think it looks like it is going to be Fools again on the boot camp area.
Yeah, there is going to be an intense action on the boot camp area, but are there going to be early clashes? That's what I'm looking out for. Paradise Resort already looks like we can have a fight between two squads, and this game has less number of teams.
Yeah, this game has less number of teams, but the fight's still out there. I mean, look at this. Park Falcon, they're taking good fights. And just 1 HP with one player. If they can take him down, they are going to be having one more kill, but still just trying to spot the players. Professor from ZARAR is trying to come to his players as well. Has an AK, has a Vector. But you need to shoot them. You need to use them to actually get some kills. But look at this. Madness is moving up forward with the player, with his team. And this kill might be his. On the right hand side, there's one kill, but still not anymore. And now actually gets 2 of the kills for themselves. Where's the one player? Yeah, now he spots him. Now he spots him, and Madness has 1 for the team as well.
Yeah, there is. I mean, this was just madness.
This was madness.
This was madness, because you basically had to fight with whatever you could find. And now, Professor, he's going to be in trouble, as Chikna is going to try and finish him off. The Vector can come in handy in a close range. Chikna needs to be careful. Professor needs to be the aggressor on this one, and he actually goes for it. But the shotgun in Chikna's hand proves to be a little bit more deadly.
I mean, I did not imagine it. I mean, the guy could have used AKM or anything, but actually decides to use shotgun and gets results as well. On the other side, from the cave back-end area right now, Murtaza is trying to spot the players from the team, as is also trying to go with the good fights if they can. And let's see how HFD actually takes this fight in their hands, because all the 4 players are surviving. On the other side, on the opposite direction, Exterminators are there. I mean, previous game they had a decent run, Exterminators, but right now they are out in the open. Get spotted, one more can go down, but almost barely survives on 1 HP in this one. 1 HP is where they are surviving.
I mean, just barely staying alive, and they are going to be taken down as well. Avenger, he can go for the finish on the other players as well. The high ground might be the thing that's protecting them, but HFD, they are off to a really good start.
Exactly.
And,
Exactly. They are having a really good start, and let's see how it just comes up when the fights are going to be happening.
yeah, the fights are happening almost everywhere at the same time. Team HFD already confirming world. 1 kill. Murtaza goes on the high ground, gets another knock for his team, and that's gonna be almost squad wipe for this squad of exterminators.
Yes, exactly. Now let's see how Moses actually just plans his further things out in this one. Let's see how it just comes up and how the situations are going to be happening for the games and for the situations. And look at this match 2 of Sanhok right now just going in for the group stage Pakistan. The first match was really good for some of the teams, but for the other teams, it's a second chance for themselves to just show their game, to showcase their style and to showcase what level of dominance they can have in this one. Like this Sanhok is showing up as a fast-paced Sanhok with already only 50 players alive and 14 teams. I mean, 2 teams came less, but still, it's like 50 players alive. That just showcases that yes, players are hungry for the kills.
Definitely, they are hungry for the kills. The fights have already begun. I mean, from the moment people landed, with Park Falcons just taking control of that eastern side of Paradise Resort away from the players of ZARAR, and now we're gonna have to see how teams react to this southern circle on the Ruins Island. Most of the teams are already there. The rotations that are gonna be the tricky one is gonna be one coming in from riskOP and the squad of Red.
Let's see how this bridge actually just comes up in the situations, because Malik is moving up forward. REX Malik just moving up forward, but in the situation where he is moving, there might be one team that is going to be waiting out there just in a sneaky position. If they had to now has to cross a smaller river, but that's going to be an easy one. But now just moving for his team, and this Mummy Zood is going to be moving in to get that chicken dinner if they can. Dani as well. In this one, REX Dani is trying to spot the areas where they can have a good vision for themselves, but in a while, in just less than 50 seconds or 55 seconds, if I have to go with preciseness, the first circle is going to be forming out on the areas of Ruins Island.
Yeah, it is on the Ruins Island, but we're gonna have to see how teams move on to the later stages. Alright, this is what happens when you have 14 teams. You might have early aggression just because teams drop location were quite close to each other, but mid to late game, even Sanhok with 14 teams becomes a really slow-paced game, and there's hardly going to be action. Most of the teams are just going to try and see if they can rotate and get themselves into a better position into the circle. If you catch someone off guard, then you take a fight. Otherwise, you just try and protect yourself.
Exactly, it is how it actually goes. I mean, you have to see what things can be done. How can you be the change for the game itself? The first airdrop has an AWM with a suppressor AR. I mean, no, there's no combination of both. But yeah, if you're having an AR, you can use the suppressor for yourself. Modu is moving up forward right now, and let's see how much that movement actually costs him. 6 minutes into the game as of now, but the first circle slowly and steadily is moving in, coming in forward, and 666 as well, just trying to go for his areas if they can. But on the other side, TeamOP Aswa is what I am seeing on the screen, and TeamOP Aswa, once again, all the players, it's just a race. I mean, just look at this, everyone's just running from right to left as if this is a race and you have to go for a finish line. No, my mates, you just have to get inside the circle, and after that you're going to be going for a good fight. And Rajput on his left has spotted some of the players, but obviously right now they are far behind, so just not risking any shots.
Yeah, they are not risking any shots, but they are going to have to be careful. If you get spotted out in Sanhok, it can create a lot of trouble for you, but how do you avoid that? That's why we say Sanhok is deadly with snakes. You can't just lie down on the ground and hide.
Exactly, Sanhok deadly with the snakes, but well, there are many other things as compared to snakes if you have to go for it, and one of them is going to be guns that Sanhok is known deadly for. I mean, there are some exclusive guns if you have to go with the fights and everything. But look at this, what's happening? They're dancing. Oh my god, it's a dance-off that's going on. A dance-off was going on previously, and the dance-off is just happening out here. But why is this dance-off happening? Now they have to spot some players because they hear gunshots, and let's see how these gunshots just pan out. But on the back end side is where them is getting shotted at and sees a player from team number 10. That is going to be TeamOP in this situation.
Yeah, TeamOP is looking like it can be a troublesome situation for them. Teen Wolf from the squad of Bablu has spotted them out. The shots did connect, some of them not enough to get a knock on their side. The players from Team Bablu, they have a really good position. And I guess you were talking about the race that was happening between the players. They have already gotten a good compound for themselves, and that's what the race was for. It was to get that crucial cover first.
Yeah, the race is actually out there. So there are different kinds of races that are happening in the game, right? First of all, you have to get for the zone, that's the zone race, and then you have to get good guns, that's the gun race, and then you have to get for the chicken dinner race, and then you don't have to be a chicken to get a chicken dinner, right? That's an important thing, right, out in that one. But Bablu, seems like they have a good compound. The most important thing is they have to get a good fight.
You can get a chicken dinner by being a chicken. I mean, you just go for the survival points. This is the placement points, and in the end, when there's just one,
it takes a lot of guts to actually even go for the survival points sometimes.
It takes a lot of patience, because like I mean, you know the urge to press the trigger button when you see someone. You need a lot of trigger discipline to hold on.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's
just do nothing.
That's true. But there's one team that has no trigger discipline. I mean, they just, when they see someone, they go for the kills. I mean, we are talking about IGen, we're talking about Bablu. There are many teams that just, go for it. Fools Esports as well. I mean, they see someone, or sometimes they don't even see someone, they just shoot it.
Yeah, I shoot first, ask questions later. That's the strategy over here. And we're going to have to see if that works out for any of these teams this time around. 14 teams in here, 49 players alive, and just about to hit the 10-minute mark. The teams are almost done with their rotation, apart from the squad of ZARAR, who were almost wiped out. Just have one player remaining, and he is just trying to go for the late rotations for his team and just try to play the edge of the blue zone, not even the players in the blue zone.
I just liked it how you said it. Every team has had their rotation except for the squad of ZARAR, who actually has just one player. So that's not a squad of ZARAR though. But yeah, that just has just one player, a player of ZARAR, if you have to just talk about it. But yeah,
one-man squad.
One-man squad. That's just one-man army just going in. But then riskOP Psycho, the team that had a chicken in the previous game, they are also moving up forward. Right now has just 0 kills, and we have seen them outshining in the final moments of the game. So let's see if they outshine in this one as well, and let's see if that happens in this one. But for now, if there's just one thing we'll have to say, this is the gun that we all love in this map. It's M249.
Yep, we were talking about this, the perfect loadout, the M249 with the AWM. We got the AWM in Erangel. On Sanhok, we get the M249 first. But let's just see how this game goes about and how the teams plan on getting the chicken dinner for themselves in this one. So far, most of the teams are still clustered in the center of the map. Fools, they moved on from one high priority location, that was the boot camp. They are now holding out in the city of Painan.
Alright, I would like to ask you a question, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if you are a player from some team that's not Risk or not Fools.
Yeah.
What will be your strategy facing those players?
Just try and see if you can third party them.
That sounds like a strategy. Well, let's see what happens out in these fights and situations. Like right now, TeamOP Rajput, they've spotted the player, they've pinched down the players in that location, but right now the only things that's not getting them kills is those smoke grenades that have been popped up in those areas. Rajput, once again, is trying to take the areas, take the covers right now, might be scoping in, scoping out just to take the perfect angles, but look at this. That smoke is something that's not helping him against those players, and once he spots someone in the open, I'm pretty sure he might just get some shots, but then there was some shots from the other side as well.
Yeah, the shots are gonna come in. I mean, if you can see your opponent, they can see you as well. If you shoot
Not
at
always.
them, they are gonna fire in retaliation. But we have to see, can the players from solo actually manage to get a knock on this team?
Exactly. Let's see how it just comes up and how it just forms in the situations. All right, Absor. So we were talking about it, right? NV Absor is what he was previously. Now he's solo Absor. So I want to ask you, yesterday also you casted a few games, and how much do you think, changing teams or coming up with new teams and new strategies, how much do you think that affects a team as a whole?
I mean, it does impact a little bit, but that's what we always talk about. We talk about what separates the good teams from the best teams. It's the ability to adapt. It's the ability to overcome. It's the ability to figure out a solution to a problem way faster than the rest, and that's what we saw from this team previously. That's what we saw from the players of NV when they were able to adapt to certain bad situations that were being caused for them in the later stages of the tournament.
That's a good one, actually. That's a very good one, the way you actually just told it. And yeah, I would believe it, right? If you're talking about it, the separation of good teams from the best teams and everything. But how does a team from good team just come up to a best team? I mean, you know, the answer would be just practice and everything.
And getting 22 kills in one game.
No, that's the best team of the world if I have to talk about it. But yeah, let's see how it just comes up in these situations, because right now they were in the boot camp. If you're talking about Fools, they were in the boot camp and now they are in Painan. Are they playing a bit safe in this one just to get that first position on their point, or are they just, you know, going with they are going to go with the aggression later on, because right now there's no other team at Painan. So it's like, are they thinking like not going for the kills is the scenario in this one? We'll have to figure it out, like what's their strategy right now.
Yeah, I think all the teams we talk, as I was saying in the early stages of the game, all the teams right now have the same strategy. Just hold on and try and see if they can make it to the later stages of the game. Just trying not to mess up and have their rotations cut off. Because if that happens, that means you take an early exit in a game that already just started with 14 teams for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, less number of teams obviously gives you the fact.
Yeah.
Alright, imagine, this is the old point system that we are talking about, right?
Yes.
Right now, 11 to 16 gets 1 point each. And with the new point system, it's gonna be like 11 and 12 gets 1 point, and then 13 to 16 gets 0 points.
Yes.
Imagine if there are just 12 teams that are standing. It's like everyone gets 1 point for themselves. That's how it's gonna change everything.
Yeah.
And right now, airdrop number 2. Once again, we are showcasing that airdrop that has an M249 in itself. But now we are gonna be showcasing some plays, because the calm before the storm, I think it has ended. And once the third circle actually gets moving, the players are gonna be going for the kills, because Painan is the dead center of the zone. That means Painan is where the zones are going to be shifting up. So all the teams on the downward side, if we can get to see the zone right now, that's going to be a very beneficial thing, because all the teams at the downward sides are going to be the ones that are going to be moving up forward.
Yeah, they have to move up forward indeed, but TeamOP, they spotted the players from IGen. I mean, they did spot out the players of IGen like, what, 5 minutes ago, and now they've finally decided to move in towards the fight.
Yeah, they did out there in 5 seconds ago, and let's see how it just comes up. Yeah, they did it previously, but now they are going to go for the shots, but they did not take the shots in that one.
Finally moving in for the fight.
Finally.
That's what oh, the fight is in a really close situation over here. RDX Danny, he is right next to the players. They're hiding inside the house, trying to see if they can just give away some footsteps and allow the players on the other side to come in. But this is going to be a tricky fight, because 3 players just standing and waiting on the door.
They're waiting on the door right now, like it's like knock knock, who's there, kills.
The plan from Psycho, it just backfired, because from the back, IGen Dem was there. That is just bad luck, man.
Man, that's terrible out in this one. I mean, you were like, nope, I'm taking this fight. I'm taking a guard up for this fight. I'm going. I mean, imagine it was like I'm going from one direction, but look at this. RDX King moving in, trying to spot the players. One goes down in this one, and right now it is going to be amazing, because Nomi is surviving. Takes down 1, 2, 3. Nomi is doing wonders, but Bablu Tyrant on the other side is also taking fights in their hands. Grenade kills is what comes up on Dice's side, but right now, Bablu is also looking good for the fight, but on the other side, Nomi, man, that's one rest taker for the team.
I mean, Danny is back in the lineup, so this team is definitely hell-bent on destruction. This time, Team Wolf was taken down, he was finished off, but 3-man squad of Bablu, they are still pretty deadly, and Danny with that SMG in his hands, we know what he can do once he just pushes his stick in the forward direction and starts running towards his opponents.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it just, you know, just comes up with the situations. And Malik is just sitting out here. And Malik trying to move forward, but not anymore, because RDX Esports gets eliminated. And now is the time for revival. A perfect smoke, a perfect time, a perfect revival is what is coming up. But on the other side, Rajput spots him, but still was not able to land a shot right now.
Yeah, Dam just tasting his own medicine a couple of seconds earlier. He was the one who third-partied the players of RDX and caused chaos over there. But now TeamOP, even they are coming in on this action, as we do see Aswa. He has the information on the positions of the players from the lower ground. But another third party, the third party who was third partying the third party is getting third party now. Red steps into the action and takes down the players of TeamOP.
Technically, that's some other party that's happening out in this one, but a third party that was third partying some other third party gets third partied. Man, that's some dark going out there, but look at this. R3D's Anubis takes 1 kill for himself, and Anubis is going to be moving forward. The team has 2 kills, but R3D, they are looking really confident, looking really good, but not anymore because 50 more seconds, and then they have to go 300 more meters inside the circle. Shaw is trying to spot the players. On the other side, Dice takes 1 more, and there's going to be Dame from IGen in this one, and Painan's area, where the southern side of Painan is getting inside the circle, and Bablu, now they have the zone for themselves.
Yeah, they have the zones for themselves, but can they take this zone that they have gotten and convert it into a chicken dinner? They already had the cover, as well as we did see the fight happen a few seconds ago, wherein they charged in on a team and took the compound's control for them. And riskOP dies. It looks like he does know where Motu is hiding, but it's going to be a tricky finish for him. The nade needs to land there perfectly.
Is that a perfect nade? I mean, there's no kaboom. Now it was, but nope, the nade was a bit on the other side, and Moru. Now he also knows that there's someone who's going to be giving him trouble, but on the other side, look at this. They might just take a kill of Predator and just run away because Predator is down, but now they eventually have to run away 350 meters because the zone's coming. The zone is on you, Moru. You need to run right now. Run, Moru, run is the thing that's going to be happening, but Wolf is going to be moving up forward. They have to spot 1 player, and now Risk, they are going to be taking these fights in their hands, but on the other side, Zone's area is what is costing Moru, and this is what cost him, but he has done the damage. Moru has done the damage. I mean, Dice is moving for the zone, but on the other side, his other player, I mean, Wolf has to get to the area, and that's going to be an important one. Nomi as well, moving inside the zone. The circle rotations are important, and it's 10 teams and 30 players surviving, and Hacker once again is trying to spot the players on the other side. That's going to be PKV's team.
Yeah, H2E, they are right on the eastern edge of the circle, which is towards the southern side of the Painan city. The city's southern part is the only part in the circle, and that can give the teams advantage for now, but in the later stages, if it ends up making a drastic south shift, that is going to cause a lot of havoc, especially for this team. So, Fool this time. This game, for them, is a lot different from the last one. This time, they have just been holding on to the city and just trying to survive for so long. TeamOP is right behind them. Risk is closing in as well, as you can see on the minimap. In the meanwhile, Team Bablu right bang in the center, and they are going to be in a really comfortable position for a long time. I think for the next 2 circle, Fool Charlie, has he spotted out the players? Does he know where they are? He needs to be careful about his own position as well, as TeamOP is closing in.
But look at this, he has a luxury weapon. He has AUG for himself, level 3 helmet, level 3 vest as well. I mean, AUG with a suppressor is one of the perfect guns that you can use in the maps of Sanhok. I mean, look at that. You need to go sneakily. You need to not show your opponents where your location is. And with that, you need to have a full control over your gun. So that manual control that you want has already been given by this one gun. I mean, this is an important gun. And now, I would say, Fools are going to be in a bit of trouble. Just think about it. They don't have the zone for themselves. The zone is not with them. And once they don't have a zone for themselves, that is where the troubles will be beginning. Because Bablu is going to be gatekeeping them. Can we see a Bablu versus Fool out there? But on the other side, look at this. Wolf, his health is barely breathing one.
Yeah, Wolf, they are going to be in trouble. But R3D Joker, he does spot out Wolf. He heals up and is going to try and take the fight. He needs to create a pathway for him to move on this downslope. It's going to be a hard one. Dice is right behind him, and the fallback is going to be the most important thing for both these teams. The players from Red Esports, they actually realized it and they start falling back, but Joker is going to try and be a little bit greedy. He's going to try and go for those kills for his team and try and collect some points, but Charlie gets spotted out, takes a lot of damage, is going to be taken down by Bablu Tyrant. You get what you asked for. It is Bablu going up against Full Esports. Danny spots out too. He takes down another one. And Team Bablu, they are hell-bent on destruction in this one. This is what I said. The impact of this team can do. And it looks like Team Fool, they are going to be close to elimination.
Look at this. On the other side, like it's 2 teams on 1. Bablu from one side, and Park Falcons on the other side, just taking down full esports in this area. My god, they just have one player remaining. Bablu is trying to spot the other players. Park Falcons, Shikta has also been spotted on that one. He goes down as well. This is amazing the way the fights are being held by Team Bablu. 5 kills in the day, make it 6 right now. riskOP gets eliminated on this side, and Bablu Dani, he is hellbent on destruction as Park Falcon also gets eliminated with 7 teams remaining. One more player might just go down, and there he goes.
All of a sudden, this match has broken down into complete chaos. Even Rajput just goes for a drop shot and gets a kill for himself. Most of the teams are in the blue zone right now. Only Team Bablu is the one in the circle. TeamOP trying to close in. Danny takes a lot of damage, but his team needs to survive. They've lost one already. Teen Wolf taken down a long time ago. Danny is going to heal up. He took that entire fight with a level 1 armor.
Can we have hashtag BabluOP in the chat, boys? Out for this one. Let's see what Bablu's going to do with the other teams right coming up front for them, because they have the zone. Look at them. They are moving forward. The beasts are back in this one, but the Danny goes down. Jobless goes down, but look at on the other side. Tyrant was there. Tyrant was surviving. Has 4 kills for himself. This guy is unstoppable. This team is unstoppable. This is the Bablu that we wanted, and this is back, baby.
Yeah, they need to worry about the backstab for now because the 2 players are bleeding out. Tyrant has thrown out the smoke. The revives are gonna come in, I think, on both these players. First goes for Danny, and then Pikachu is gonna be back on his feet as well. So Team Bablu, that situation was pretty incredible. They knew the players from Team OP were just gonna waste their time, and as long as Team OP survived, Team Bablu was always gonna be vulnerable, because now since Team OP has been taken out, they can focus entirely in the front.
Bablu Tyrant thought that he actually had given a revive. He just went there, the revive was cancelled on the last final millisecond, so he has to come back, has to get the revive once again, and now they'll be moving forward. So yeah, now everything's good, everyone's happy, and now they're going to be moving for the fight.
He just wants to take the fight. He just wants more kills. And talking about kills, I think Park Virus thought he's going to be in trouble. He's in the blue zone right now, taking a lot of damage. Talking about damage, Tyrant is going to be taken down by the players of Solo. Ghost getting the knock.
And is that Bablu Ghost that we are talking about? I mean, is he solo Ghost right now? If that is, that's going to be something amazing, because it's team versus team. But Park Rado taking that circle damage, but still doing the damage that he wanted to do. He goes down, but before that, Park Virus, I mean, before getting eliminated, he has done some incredible damage.
Yeah, but now it's going to be on Danny, and Tyrant is back on his feast again. Danny is trying to create some sort of a cover on the windows from where he can help his team out, move in. And the team that is going to cause the most trouble for Team Bablu right now is going to be the squad of H2E right in front of them. The smokes have been committed, but Bablu, they need to be extra careful. Solo Ghost right now. He has the players of H2E. H2E, are they in a sandwich situation?
Probably they are. Exactly, they are in that, a vulnerable situation where we can just see them, but they have to look in all the direction. But look at this. Dreads one grenade takes on Bablu Danny. That was a good grenade, actually. On the other side, does some damage, but from back end, Solo is moving in. H2E, they are throwing Molotovs right now inside the smoke areas just to get their perfect vision if they can go for the perfect areas. But Solo squad is going out there on H2E. Solo's players, look at them. They can take this fight, but Solo King spots one, takes one down, tries to go for it. H2E also falls short alongside R3D. It's Bablu versus Solo. 3 versus 4 for the final circle. Tyrant moving up forward, and we know what this Tyrant of Death can do in these situations.
Yeah, definitely. All the players are still surviving. And Danny is also getting a revive from Pikachu. 3 versus 4 situation. The squad of Solo versus Team Bablu. Ghost, he's going for a flank. If he is Bablu Ghost from the last split, then he knows how this team likes to play. He has the insider information. Goes for the flank. Can he spot the players? The players are lying right next to each other. Ghost, he is the one who needs to create an opening, but Tyrant gets spots out. Too late, too slow. King is going to be taken down by Tyrant, and now it's 3 versus 3.
That's amazing. It's 3 versus 3 right now, but the revival is coming up in this situation. Bablu Pikachu moving up forward, and Ghost takes down one. We knew it. If this player is the same as Bablu Ghost, then he knows how the team actually goes for it, and it is going to be a 2 versus 2 situation. Trying to spot one more. Ghost takes down one more in this situation, and Absa was out there as well. Solo takes this one. Bablu did amazing. It's too close yet so far.
They put up an amazing show, both these teams, in fact, especially that last 4 versus 3 situation. And it was incredible how both of them were playing mind games from each other, from a 4 versus 3 to a 3 versus 3 through 2 versus 2, wherein Ghost, he used that flanking position that he had, he used that lurking position that he had just to finish off the entire game.
And that was amazing how this fight actually went up. Solo versus Bablu. H2E was also there. The names, R3D was there. The names that we were saying like they were on the bottom table in the first game. Now they step up, and the way they just stood up, like, they were amazing in this game.
It was amazing indeed. And Solo, we are going to have to see, because even in the last game, they had a pretty decent performance. So I think they might just be going for the top spot. Let's have a look at the MVP from this game and see which player is going to be there with the most kills.
I mean, it is Bablu Tyrant, man. My man coming up strong. 5 kills, 550 damage, 25 minutes of survival time, and 2.79 kilometers of distance cover. Let's forget the distance, but the kills that he has, those were some amazing kills. I mean, talking about going against fools,
yeah.
that was amazing.
That was amazing, and the way they did it, just using Falcons as a distraction who were coming in. I mean, fools basically just sandwiched themselves. We were talking about this as well. I said this, if you are going to move south of Pyran, you need to do that early on. They waited too long. TeamOP came in from the rear park. Falcons came in from the other side as well, and they just got sandwiched and finished off. And apart from that, the way Tyrant took down TeamOP as well, that was also incredible.
I just love the way the fights actually, you know, it just started, it just went, and it never stopped in any circumstances, in any situations. I mean, slowly and steadily, there were some slow paces, but after that, when Bablu and Solo were there from all the other directions, H2E was there. There was a time H2E Dread took down Danny with a grenade, and players were ready to move forward, but then Solo comes in from back, swoops the game, and they were like, nope, it's our game.
It was their game indeed. They had the numbers advantage. What they did not have was a circle, but they did take control of it, and it was a fight on the even footing. Let's have a look at the top players as well and see who all are going to be joining Tyrant.
Oh my God.
It is going to be Absha, Ghost, and riskOP. We have Dice from there, and then Razor from Park Falcons.
I mean, I still can't believe. I still think like Solo Ghost is previous Bablu Ghost, because the way he knew the strategies, the way he knew what's gonna happen, what's not gonna happen, those were some amazing things that he just showcased. Like, he knew the players are gonna be coming from the right hand side. I need to use an Uzi against them, like, because obviously hipfire accuracy is good, and he takes down 1, takes down 2, and that's how he just won the game.
Most incredible is he knew that Bablu wasn't going to push. Bablu was going to wait for them to make the mistake. That is what was like, that one read that these guys are not going to come forward. We need to be the aggressor, and I can get an easy flank off of them. That one read is what sort of turned the entire final fight around from Team Bablu, who had the advantage and gave the chicken dinner over to Team Solo.
I mean, alright, let's talk about fools. What went wrong in this one? I mean, obviously not spotting players in the right time was also one thing, but then they were not inside the zone.
Yeah, but let's have a look at the standings as well from this game and see how many points the teams have gotten for the
lower position probably.
Esports with 30 points coming in. Team Bablu also having 10 kills, 24 points to them. Park Falcons, they had an early exit, but 8 kills, 12 points in total.
Exactly. For now, it is. I would say it's decent. If anything, Park Falcon had a decent run.
Yeah.
I mean, 8-4, 4-8. That's what R3D and Park they have for themselves. But on the other side, Team Bablu and Solo Esports, look at this. They have good kills for themselves. 10 kills for themselves. Team H2 has just 1. All right.
Bablu also having 10 kills, 24 points to them. Park Falcons, they had an early exit, but 8 kills, 12 points in total.
Exactly. For now, it is. I would say it's decent. If anything, Park Falcon had a decent run.
Yeah.
I mean, 8-4, 4-8. That's what R3D and Park they have for themselves. But on the other side, Team Bablu and Solo Esports, two are the teams that did good in this one, are going to be out in that one, because Fools Esports out there, 0 kills. That's the thing. They were not inside the circle for all the time, and when they were trying to push in, they were being engaged from 2 different sides, and that's one thing that just took them down.
ZARAR finishing off with 2 points is also pretty incredible, because their team, like 3 players were just taken out. That means Range actually managed to survive till the 10th position, and that was important. IGen Gaming, the early aggression is what sort of made this game a bad one for them, and we need to get those kills now.
I would say, yeah, that's a good one. I would say this is one way of playing Sanhok. I mean, mostly we've seen a proper, you know,
Pages when they sort of were all right, we need to get those kills.
The first Sanhok that they are facing against each other. I mean, every team has seen other teams somehow playing against Erangel or some other things, but now with new teams and new. So what we can talk about this is the first Sanhok that they are facing again.
We should also have a look at the leaderboards, and we're gonna do that in a little while, but that
I would love to comes back on you or something.
Well, it can come back on them, but for now, I think we should also did horrible in this one. But the teams that did really bad in the last game did really, really amazing in this one.
But
the teams that did really well in the first game did horrible.
so the second game, if for themselves, it's gonna, even if it's just 2 points or 3 points or something, 5 points right now. So 44. You know, accumulated decent points in the first game.
Yeah.
So the second game, if for themselves, they already have a trophy in my mind. That's my bad. But still, so yeah, they'll be having decent points out in this one. If they have it, so overall they. Yeah, they did not get the chicken. That's my bad. That's my bad. They already have.
They had a decent performance, but this chicken dinner is what can turn things around. But I agree with you. I think Fools is going to be sitting on the first position with 41 points to their name.
I would want to see, like, exactly, I would want to see how this all just sums up, right? There's a storyline being built up out in this one. I mean, Erangel, new teams come, they just showcase amazing dominance. But then Sanhok, the fast-paced action is where the experienced teams just outshine. So that outshining, how far is it going to be taking them? Like in the previous game, Bablu, they were on the bottom charts. Right now they are on the second position, and they are one of the most dominating teams of Pakistan for a reason, right?
Yeah. And we will be looking at the standings after the match number 3, which is going to be played on the map of Miramar. And talking about the maps, we are going to go from a really, really aggressive game to a really slow-paced one.
Yeah, exactly. If we're talking about the maps, I mean, let's talk about all the maps in general if we have to go for it. See, Erangel, everyone knows what's going to happen. Everyone knows the areas. You can drive with your eyes closed, and you know, like from school you'll be reaching Yasna or something like that. I mean, just don't drive with your eyes closed. But still, then comes Sanhok. If you're going for the Sanhok area, the fast-paced game that just comes in. Then comes Miramar. From fast to slow, the graph just falls down. And then comes the land of surprises, Vikendi, where you don't know where the zone's going to be shifting towards.
Yesterday, the zone was completely on land. That was pretty interesting because usually when we talk about Vikendi, it is the edges where the circle usually goes. But what is going to happen in the next maps, only time will tell. We're going to head out for a short break. Coming up next is going to be Miramar. So you guys stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Fall Split. My name is Warren Super Johnny John. These are the group stages for the Pakistan region and we are going to be heading into match number 3, which is going to be played on the map of Miramar. And this time around, making his comeback on the casting desk, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Papa Bear himself, Fixes.
Thank you so much, Johnny, and what up? So yes, I have been witnessing the matches commence from the sidelines, and my oh my, I wish those matches were absolute shocker, especially Team Bablu going all in the map of Sanhok.
Yeah, the last game was pretty incredible indeed, but this time on Miramar, can they just step back into the action? Because that is what's going to be needed. After the first game, full esports, it seems like they have a really big lead for themselves.
Yes, certainly they do, and we will have to see if they can actually hold on to that lead, or are they going to kind of mess things up in Miramar, because it's very unpredictable. You really need to play your shots right.
Yeah, and we were talking about this, me and Ocean were discussing wherein a player from Team Bablu Ghost, who was a crucial part of the team up until PMCO Spring Split, is now playing for the team that took the chicken dinner in Sanhok, that is Team Solo. And that sort of, I mean, it is sort of weird wherein you know how a team likes to play. And talking about Team Solo, even those guys are pretty incredible. I mean, just the roster in itself is amazing.
Well, a man's got to decide what he has to and where he has to go, and that decision I certainly respect, because now that he's gone in the other team and he just defeated his ex-team, that might just be a very good feeling for himself.
It might be a good feeling, but let's just see if the revenge here comes into play in the next matchup. Also talking about other things. As we know, the teams from this Pakistan region, they like to be a little bit more on the aggressive side. We saw that on Erangel, we saw that on Sanhok as well, as far as the final fights are concerned. But Miramar is the map that Miramar is a map that sort of gives advantage to the team that has patience.
Yeah, certainly it does. And you know, there was so many ludicrous shots that we get to witness, and you know, shots flying out from everywhere.
Yeah, the shots are definitely going to come in, but we are going to take another really short break. You guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back in an instant with the matchup on Miramar. Hi guys, this is Varun Super Johnny John, and I have some unfortunate news for our viewers due to some technical issues. The remaining matches of today that were supposed to be played on the maps of Miramar and Vikendi, they have been postponed until further notice. So that's all we have for you today. We'll be seeing you again with the matches with some time in the future. Until then, you guys take care and have a good night.